This is the video assignment for today, the 11th of September. The first step is to find all of the verbs and put them, just the Latin verb, at the center column. So est goes here, it's translated as is, as you know. Exit goes here, it means exits. Ambulat, ambles or just walks. Introt, enters, introt, enters. Videt, the only thing ending in T. Sees. Salutant here. Because of this NT, this ending, it will be they salute or greet. Okay, same with sedet, sits, etc. It goes on in just the same way. The next problem is what is the subject? So to start with the easier ones, Flaccus, US, is a nominative ending, so it will go here. In this sentence, there is no nominative, so there's nothing to put here. It'll just be he, because it's the same as before. Here, again, no nominative. Here, again, multos, not multus, so he. Then a change of subject. Illy ends in a long I, and with one exception, long I is a plural nominative. Okay, write that down, plural nominative, and that means it will be the subject. That will also mean it patterns with a plural verb. They salute, so it means they. So don't really need that there. Flaccus again, we've had that before. So you know that's the subject. No subject here. In number 9, amici, same story as above. It ends in long I, so just like the pattern we had in 6, plural nominative ending in long I, that will also mean the verb should end in NT if we're correct. And indeed, faciunt, they make. Let's do a few more. We'll come back to the sunt and est verbs. Faciunt, there's no verb, no subject, no nominative, but because that ends in NT, you can assume it's they is the subject in English. So put that in the lower box. Pluit just means it rains. It rains. And that's really all you have to put here. Latin doesn't have a subject. It's what's called impersonal. In English, we say it. Okay. Now we have to turn our attention to verbs that end in that are sunt or est. So if it's sunt, you'll have a plural verb or plural noun as the subject. In this case, it's agri. Agri. And the adjective that matches agri, in this case siki, dry, will go in the right-hand box. Okay, So the translation will be fields are dry. Okay, so the pattern is noun, verb, adjective, and then just let it go to adjective. Okay. At the beginning, number 1, we had a verb that was est, so we'll have the same pattern. We'll have a nominative noun in the first, sorry about that, nominative noun will go here, and the nominative adjective will go here. Okay. So in this case, we can look in the vocabulary if you're unsure what cana is, noun or adjective. Okay, and it says here it means dinner. In Latin, that's a noun, as it is in English, and it says it's nominative and singular. Okay. The other form we have here is confecta. Well, let's just do it the old-fashioned way. Confecta here. It says complete. It's also nominative singular, which it has to be. This has to match the noun, and it's the adjective. So that means in number 1, the noun goes here, in this case cana, dinner, and the adjective here, confecta. So dinner is ready or finished. Okay. Now to fill in these, the right-hand box, many verbs, many sentences in Latin don't have a direct object. We call them intransitive, but don't worry about that. I'll just type it down here. Intransitive, that means no direct object. Okay. But for English purposes, you can put the prepositional phrase to the right, into the street. Okay, so Flaccus exits into the street. Next one, ambulat, so same as before, no new subject. So he, that is Flaccus, ambulat walks ad tabernam. So you have underlined the prepositional phrases here to make it easier for you. To the tavern, it says. Okay. In this case, we have a change of subject, the same subject, he, that is Flaccus. Flaccus, what he is doing, the verb, that is intrat, enters, and the direct object, in Latin, the accusative, is tabernam. Accusatives are, at this point, easy to spot because they end in M, and that means they either come after a preposition like tabernam, or if there's no preposition, as here, that's just the word when. When. This is what we would call the direct object, in Latin, the accusative object. Okay? You know it's accusative, once again, because of the M here. Okay? A second form of accusative, we have here the plural form of the masculine is multos amicos. Multos amicos. If you don't believe me, you can look it up. Do it for yourself here. So multas, you see the feminine form. Multos, the masculine form. In both cases, it's accusative plural. But this form, the multos form, is an adjective modifying a masculine noun, and this form, multas, will modify a feminine form. Okay. So many friends, he sees many friends. Right? Many amigos. Okay. Next one, they salute, and we have a direct object expressing whom they salute, eum, which just means him. In number 7, no different subject, or there is a different subject, Flaccus. He sits, and there's nothing goes here, because there's nothing left in the sentence. Same subject as before, he, because there's nothing in these 3 words that can be a subject. Bibit, drinks or imbibes. And what he imbibes is vinum, wine. You could also say vino if you wanted to. That's the Italian word. One more here. So the subject identified by this ending here, amici, friends. The verb make, and what they make, I've screwed up with the boxes here, but the thing that ends in M, in this case, colloquium, direct object, means conversation. Okay, so that'll be the pattern throughout the exercise. We'll do just 2 more here. In this case, there is no subject, so just say they, the amici, that is, same as before, amici, that is the subject we find here. Sunt, are. So because of what I told you before, when the verb is sunt, you want a nominative adjective to go here. So we'll just say that, and then we can check to see what we find. Misery at the bottom tells you it means unhappy, miserable. It's nominative, plural, and an adjective. Okay. That's just what we were looking for. So misery can stay here. We can just translate it as unhappy, are. So last one here that I'll do. So they, again, the subject is same as before. So there's no express subject. I just put an X there. Friends, faciunt. They make. And what they make, the second form of the accusative plural is this as. Querelas, multas, many complaints. It's the root of our word querulous. Querulous, like that. Means a querulous person is someone who makes a lot of complaints. Okay, so put this down in the translation box and put multas, querulas here where it belongs. All right. You should be able to work through the rest of these based on that information. For example, in number 15, the verb is sunt. So what you expect is a nominative noun here. Just check to see which of these 2 is a noun and which is an adjective. Put the noun here, the adjective here, and then translate it according to the meaning. Nemo is an odd word. It doesn't have the ending you expect, but it means no one. Okay. Other than that, everything's what you expect. Juvat is the verb. Eos is the direct object because it's accusative plural. Okay, which you can check in the vocabulary. Subject here ends in long I. The verb is courant, and the object has the same ending as in number 16. Number 18. Remember, you can stop this videotape and write down what I'm saying and then go on. Alii, same ending as before, plural. Long I, meaning nominative, meaning it goes in this box. Okay. Then the verb ending in nt, and then this word querulos again with the same ending, modified by alias, so that will go in the direct object box to the right. Flaccus, by now you know, is the subject form. Audit is the verb. Eos it goes in the right-hand box. Them, it means them, plural. Thesos est, just like we had up above, the verb is est. There is no subject, that is, there's no noun in this sentence. So the adjective thesos goes here. Again, you can check if thesos is an adjective or not by just checking in the vocabulary where I have told you as much. Adjective, nominative, singular. Singular because flaccus is a singular. Okay. Interdum just means from time to time. So if you were going to do anything with it, you would put it here from time to time. No subject, verb will go here, no object. Okay, so nothing goes in this box, these boxes here, nothing will go here. In English, you have to say he in the subject position. So interdum here will be exactly as I told you. You can just ignore it. The verb and the object, that is what they imbibe, venum, which we had before. Tandem, the second verb you've learned, that is not a direct object. The em just is just part of the word, just means at last. Okay, no subject, verb ending in t, no direct object. Okay. Et, not a verb, just meaning and. No subject, but an object, something that looks like an object, domum, and a verb ending in t. And I believe that's everything you need to know. Good luck.